that you went away.
Hi guys, if you're new here, my name is Andra. I make commentary videos on pop culture and media. Today's video is part 2, talking about Elle Darby's return. Now she's posted videos, 2 of them, and I think it's important to discuss them. So her first video is just very tone deaf in my opinion, and it's called 9 Ways I Got My Sparkle Back. It's a very selfish video, just talking about her as if she was the victim of her terrible bigoted comments, when no, she's the perpetrator. So this video, first of all, she keeps talking about her dogs. It's hell annoying me knowing the shit she said about her cat. Now she's acting like she loves her dog so much. Like, I'm sorry that you think that dogs are worthy of being treated okay and not abused, and cats are not. Like, this is so fucked up. She talks about how, you know, you're amazing, you're so loved, you deserve to be here. Who told you you deserve to be here? Like, I'm not talking about like life, even though I wouldn't mourn her if something happened to her. It's not like I would be happy. I wouldn't be happy. But I just don't think she deserves to be with a public platform. I think it's a danger to have her on YouTube influencing others.
Learning something new, taking up a new hobby, reading a book, just learn something new. Just do something new with your time other than sitting there on your phone and scrolling through social.
Okay, what in the fresh hell is this girl bossery book? What the hell? And it's written by a man as well. But it's basically a girl boss book from what I can see on that page that she showed. Yeah, just as expected. I wouldn't think that she would read anything of substance anyways.
Taking a listening test to see how good of a listener you are. So I feel like even if you're smartest cookie in the box, I feel like, yeah, but have you taken a listening test though?
Is Elle a good listener? Is she a good listener to her mom? To her grandma? Who was she talking? Is she a good listener to people of color? To immigrants? I don't think so.
It's never too late. It's never too late to learn something new, to be a better person, to grow, to develop, to change. So spend your time wisely. Don't just spend it sitting, watching TV. Do something for your brain. Take your mind off of whatever's going on.
Does this girl know that you can learn things by watching TV? Like if you watch documentaries or, I don't know, even like an artistic film. Like it doesn't have to be a documentary, it can be fiction. You can still learn stuff from it. Like, does she not realize that what she said is stupid?
How eye-opening it was for me to have 6 months completely off the internet. Like, I needed the realization that the online world and the real world and where my value lies in both of those things are completely separate.
It's crazy that she keeps portraying this as a break that she chose to have and not the fact that she was run off the internet because of her bigotry. She keeps trying to like make us feel like she made this choice. She's like such a girl boss, she wanted to take time off. No, people fucking destroyed you and you had to leave. You had to run like a coward. That's how it happened. Didn't take a break for your mental health.
Therapy or talking to somebody if you can't have access to therapy or you don't want therapy. Talk about how you're feeling.
See, I actually think this one is a piece of good advice from Elle Darby, which is the first time I've seen that. Yes, if you can't afford therapy, I think it's very sensible of her to think about people who are from working class or live in a country where this healthcare or like the mental healthcare is not covered. I think it's great that she thought of saying that. I don't really think that it came out of her brain. I think she must have heard somewhere that some people don't have this resource, because I just think she's very privileged, lived in her bubble, doesn't realize what some people are going through. But it's great that she mentioned it nonetheless, because some people will be a bit of like a defeatist mindset because they can't have access to the service. So they'll say, oh, I can't access it, so there is no point in me trying to help myself. There are some workplaces that provide you with some help in that regard, of like they can give like a buddy program, that's what it's called. Like they pair you up with someone else from work and you can talk to them about this kind of thing without like having a professional, but at least it's someone that you can talk to outside of like your family and your friends. Maybe you are embarrassed to talk to them. It's great that this exists in some places. Or if you are a student, your uni will have a counselor. So there are places that you can get at least communication with someone and advice from someone, even if you can get medication. And it's unfortunate not everyone can, but yeah. Places like GoFundMe as well, where you can make fundraisers to afford treatment, which is so good. And there are ways as well, like just on the internet, making friends on the internet. Obviously be careful what you tell them, because you don't want to tell something very personal to a wrong person, but just generally there are ways that don't include professional therapy that you can use to like self-soothe. Obviously not as efficiently, but it's still good. I'm glad that she mentioned that.
I'm such a comfort eater, couch potato. Like, that is me naturally. In my natural habitat, you will find me, as I'm sure a lot of you will probably already know, sat on the sofa, a packet of Maryland or chocolate digestive biscuit, watching the Kardashians or a show on Netflix or EastEnders and slobbing out. And to be honest with you, as good as that feels for a few days, actually there is a really fine line between being kind to yourself and allowing yourself to wallow versus actually becoming a bit of a problem, at least for me.
I'm not surprised that this is the extent of your intellect, to be honest. And I'm not saying, you know, sometimes trash television is amazing. Like, I watch sometimes. Not what she specifically said, but there is like a Romanian show that is reality TV and it's very trashy, and I used to watch that a lot. So I understand, you know, sometimes you want to do simple stuff. I will watch sometimes like some animes, like slice of life anime. And it makes me happy. So yes, sometimes that is what you should do, but sometimes you should think about the complicated things. Think about, you know, your role in society. What can you do? I don't think she ever like pondered such deep things, because I don't think she cares about those around her other than, you know, those who are like directly next to her, like her husband, her kid, fiance, whatever he's, her kid, her like parents, her friends. She cares about those, but she doesn't care about the community that she lives in, you know, overall, like the people that she does not know so well.
Hey guys, quick editor's note, because I really just had so many thoughts when it came to making this video that I felt like I couldn't get them all down on one page when I was planning it. I realised that I forgot a really, really important one and I didn't want to miss it out before the video was over. So this is my final point. And actually I feel like the key element to stripping it right back to what makes life feel good again, and that's helping others and being of assistance to others. This was a huge one for me when I was offline. Anything, I mean, it doesn't have to be like really extreme. It could be something like helping a friend in need or doing something small to make someone else happy, all the way to volunteering or working with charities. Or there's so many people out there and so many places that would really love the help and assistance. Not only is it amazing for them to have the help, but also it just does something within you. Like, it takes it right back to, you know, what is most important, and it just puts everything to perspective. It doesn't matter what you're going through. It makes you realise that you're not the only person with a problem, and in a lot of cases it makes you realise really how fortunate.
I find it very funny that this part was put in post-production. That means that this was not at the forefront of her mind. So all of the things that she said prior to this, all the 8 things, are good advice in my opinion. If it didn't come from her, then I would say it's good advice. From her, it comes across as very selfish, because all of this advice is me, and it's disgusting that this thing about helping others is like a footnote for her that she forgot and randomly remembered. I don't think she was planning on saying that initially. I think what she realized was when she was watching back her own video, when she was editing what she was saying, she realized how selfish she came across, and she was like, oh shit, this is gonna get me cancelled again. Okay, let's add helping others. Talks about volunteering, helping charities and stuff. I want to know who she helped, if she could give us names, links, some proof. Again, like what I said before, I do not believe that she would ever help another person, because she seems like the most selfish fucking trash of a human being that I've ever seen. So now she says helping others is the best thing in the world, but before she said that her son is the best thing in the world, which, by the way, I do understand. Your family is for you the best thing. Probably, like for me, I would say my friends and my partner and my cat and my family. These are like the things that I care about, obviously in a way more than about the other things, just because I think as humans we're wired to be a little bit selfish and care more about those in our general proximity rather than people we don't know from across the globe. But I do make it a point to dedicate a lot of my time talking about different causes, and if you have followed me for a while, you will know how deeply I care about, mostly, let's say, like the main one that I talk about is Palestine. It's not the only one I care about, but it's the one that I dedicate my voice to. I lend my voice to Palestinian people since 2018, and I've done a lot of volunteering and I've done a lot of helping different organizations locally. I've done a lot of protesting. I try to raise awareness. I've actually made people in my direct friend circle care about this who didn't know anything about the occupation before. So I try to lend my voice, like I said, as much as I can. And it's not the first thing that I care about in my life, no, but it is one of the most important things in my life. So I think it's okay. It's okay to be honest, Elle. You don't have to say that charity is the most important. You can say it is important, and nobody will be mad at that. She's trying to compensate for the fact that she's been so selfish and horrible in the past, and now she's trying to, like I said, overcompensate. That's all I can think of. So since she's trying to portray herself as this charitable queen who has gone to do volunteering, I would think that it would be a good idea to tell people how you get started with volunteering, how do you find opportunities, how do you get on them. So for me, at the moment, actually, my job is partnering with a company that helps provide you connections at different charities and also purpose-driven businesses that you can volunteer your time for. And so for me, right now, that's what I'm doing. But prior to that, I would do different volunteering by going to one, let's say, cultural event somewhere, and they have flyers out there, and you can take the other flyers for different volunteering opportunities, or just by looking online at a Facebook event. Some people that I knew would join in to those events, and I could see that they accepted the invite, and I would read more about it. And also the organizations that I did know, I would look on their sites to see if they have events or anything, and I would ask, do you need a hand with anything? And that's how I would get into it. But there are many ways, and I think if she genuinely did that, which I don't believe that she did, but if she genuinely did that, let's say I'm wrong, then she could actually tell people how to get into it. Because some people are intimidated by the amount of information online. Can be overwhelming, can be hard to take the first step, to ask. Maybe you're embarrassed to talk to a stranger. And so yeah, there are many things that she could actually be useful for, but she decides to just list this kind of thing and like brush it off so quickly. Doesn't actually provide anything useful to do with like how you actually do these things that she's listing.
You can get through this. There is a reason this is happening, and it's because you're strong and you're amazing and people love you.
Being racist and homophobic is not because you're strong and you're amazing and people love you.
And the world is a much better place with you being here. And you need to be here because you've got so much more that you need to do. Allow yourself to notice how you're feeling and give yourself the responsibility of being able to move on from it.
Yeah, the world is a better place with people like Elle. That's why Brexit happened, because it's such a better place right now with UK being out of EU.
Allow yourself that grace. Don't be judgmental towards yourself. Life can be so beautiful for you again, and I'm really excited for you to see it. It won't be long, I promise.
Talking about, don't judge yourself. No, I think judging yourself is good. Obviously within measure, not excessively, not to the point where you put yourself down from, I don't know, being motivated to be better or whatever. No, but to the point of like, judge yourself so that you can better yourself. But I think she just doesn't think that she did anything wrong. This is all for show. The other video she posted, I'm not gonna talk about much because it's her personal experience, and I feel like it would be weird for me to judge, I don't know, her fucking like decor, her clothes, how she looks. I don't really care about that. I've made some passing comments, but I'm not gonna center my content around that. I think the only mention I will make about her video is, did you notice how all of her friends are white and British?
Abby?
Oh, babe, thank you.
Juicy.
You are
So lucky to have you in my life. Love you.
Thank you so much. You're so generous.
This should tell you something about her. If she had changed, then her circle of friends would be more diverse. And like, listen, I'm not saying you have to collect them like Pokemons, one Asian, one black, one whatever Muslim. I'm not saying that. One Pole. This is like not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that if you grow up in such a diverse country like the UK or the US, and you don't at least interact with a person from a minority group, any minority group, naturally, then I think you are purposefully excluding them, and that's a problem. Because like, take me for example, I've moved to the UK 6 years ago. I in this time had one close friend who was black. I have quite a lot of like Asian and Middle Eastern friends, but just one close friend was black. And the reason of that is that in my uni, there was mostly white British. I had two black guys in my uni. One of them I didn't really share any classes with, so I didn't see him. And the other one tried to hit on me, made me feel uncomfortable, and after that I couldn't really be friends with him. And then after that I went on dates with some guys who were black, and that mostly went well. It never like progressed to like a full-on relationship, but I did have relationships with people of color, again just not black. So I'm just explaining from my POV where I'm from, Romania. In my hometown there are not black people as far as I know. I've not seen one that lives in my hometown, and so it's a bit different when you're from a place that is more monocultural. It's harder to like find people from all these backgrounds, and even when you move to the UK you sometimes don't happen to meet them, because like I said, I haven't really interacted with many black people, and it's not because I like excluded them, it's just because I didn't happen to work at the same place or have them in my uni class. And you just don't just like go to someone to try to befriend them just because of a quota, like I said. So I just think it's hard to grow up your whole life and not have at least one person who is from a minority group and in a close circle. It's really weird. Like when I grew up, in my neighborhood was next to a Romani neighborhood, and my dad knew all of the guys there, and it was like we were not segregated, you know. We would interact sometimes, like my dad with those people, and I would be there as well, and everything would be fine. Like I was never trying to, I don't know, exclude or not interact with them or scared of them or anything like that. So I don't understand what went wrong there. Why does she not have, like I said, I don't expect one black, one South Asian, one East Asian, one Middle Eastern. That's not what I'm expecting. I'm expecting at least one that is not white and British. I don't see it. And it's very strange. It seems to me like she just never gave a chance to these kind of people, because they're not what she accepts in her life. And they all more or less look the same. They have the same like fucking blonde hair spray tan or brown hair spray tan. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. It's just weird. One thing that was fascinating to me is the fact that in her video about how to get her sparkle back, she got almost only negative comments at the top, whereas in the other one she got almost only positive comments at the top. So here is the difference. I'm wondering whether her Hindu video, because it was a video that maybe she intends to keep on her channel, whereas the other one maybe she wants to delete in the future, so maybe she was moderating the comments more on the Hindu video, or she bought comments on that one because she didn't think that the reaction would be so bad on her first video, so she didn't prepare herself to buy the comments, and by the time she had a chance to do that, she was overwhelmed with how many negative comments she got, maybe. And yeah, the Hindu one seems very suspicious that it has only positive comments. Now lastly, we are gonna read some comments from this video. 9 ways I got my sparkle back. Wow girl, this video is out of touch, just shows she meant nothing by her apology. This is all about her and how she bought herself up. What about all the people you racially insulted? She's a joke. This isn't about you, Elle. You've said that your DMs are always open if anyone ever needs to talk. I've personally sent you many DMs over the years and have never had a response. It's because she doesn't give a damn about anyone apart from herself. The sooner the people realize that, the better. Elle, I have been a fan for years, but I have to agree this is portraying yourself as the victim and completely extremely insensitive. I'm so disappointed. I don't think you have thought this video through, and it concerns me that you are seeing yourself as the victim. You hurt a lot of people, so a video on what you did to become a better person would have been great. I'm glad you have got your sparkle back and everything is all rosy for you again. Can you now please share what you are doing to tackle racism? Also, how you overcame your prejudice and hateful behavior towards so many. What charity did you help and why? I think that would be a more appropriate video. I would love to know what you have done that has contributed towards your growth and reflection. How do you plan to do your part in tackling racism? Will your content be more inclusive of all? Highly doubt it, after seeing her all white, all British Hindu. It's good to see most of you aren't fooled by her BS. If anything, I feel sorry for the child who will be brought up to hate foreigners and be ignorant. It's concerning that someone with your views and lack of intelligence not only has a platform, but uses it to tell others how to behave. Me. I hit rock bottom, all about you, Elle, and not all the people you let down and hurt. Self-absorbed, such a shame. It's great to see the things you've done to help you. What about all of those people you hurt? Would love to see what you've done to help them, not yourself. At the end of the day, what happened isn't even about how you felt, it's how you made the others feel, and it's disappointing to see you've not addressed anything that you've said. 9 ways Elle Darby avoids accountability. You never lost your sparkle, you just got exposed for what you really are. Come on, Elle, you can't let us down again with this content. Who took that sparkle away from you? You called us foreigners, meatheads that speak in grants, but I'm still here because I've loved you for so many years and I believe in forgiveness. Just show everyone what have you done to educate yourself, speak about racism, use your platform to help people like you used to be. Learn from your mistakes. This video is definitely not the content everyone expects from you at the moment. It's quite mind-blowing that you've had over 6 months to consider how you would come back onto your platform, and this is how you've done it. Even your first video you posted gave me very me vibes, and this one is even worse. It's worrying to me that you are playing the victim when all of this stemmed from something that you did. And all of the people saying I forgive her, etc., it's not your place to forgive her if the tweets didn't apply to or discriminate against you. And now the comment that annoyed me so much at her Hindu vlog is, so happy you're back, Elle, ignore the idiots, more of us love you than don't, so excited for the wedding and Sainty and Irby and Hex antics again. So first of all, this person, if this is a real person, then this comment should have been deleted if Elle really understood the criticisms against her. If this is a bot or like a comment that she bought, that means she typed this out herself and that she really fucking thinks we are idiots. And so I ask you, why the hell would you support someone like this? Last thing, I don't really care if you're gonna say that I'm a parent shamer or whatever the fuck. I want to know why the fuck when you are a person like this you would name your child Saint. Like, I just... You know what, these Western Christians annoy me. As an Orthodox, I'm not really a believer of the Orthodox faith, I'm a pagan, I've said that before, but I'm baptized as Orthodox. And I grew up in an Orthodox country. I just do not understand the attitude that Westerners have about religion. They are very strange to me. I don't mean all of them. Obviously, religion can be beautiful to many people. I just mean these crazy ones that name their kids like Jesus or Saint. And I'm not talking about the people from Latin America. I know that their version of like Jesus is common as a name. I'm talking about the, let's say, Anglo-Saxons who name their kids in this way, like I said, Saint. Or even Kanye naming himself just see like after fucking like God in the Bible. It's just weird. It's weird to me. And I understand you name your kid after a saint like George, Michael, Andrew. That's fine. We do that as well. I don't get this trend. Again, not to parent shame, it's just weird to me personally. If you name your kid Saint, that's your choice. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, shouldn't do that. But just for me, I feel icky about it. If you think I'm wrong, like, please do try to enlighten me on why you think that, because I'm willing to listen. I just, so far, like, I feel icky about it. What do you think about this comeback of Elle? Let me know what you think down below. And like this video for more commentary. Subscribe for more of this kind of stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!